absolutely could not understand how we got outcoached. We didn't blitz the whole game. We only blitzed in the red zone. There's no way you watch film. There's no way you prepped for 2 weeks and came out with this type of game plan for the Super Bowl.
No clearance.
Blackness.
Oh my God! Don't scream into the mic.
Blackness.
That's how we're starting this off.
I got headphones on.
And I'm black.
We halfway through Black History Month, man.
Hey,
this shit is crazy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So many things have happened. Cuffing season is officially at an end. It's over. You know what I'm saying? How did we do this season? I'm good. You know?
I'm straight.
oh, my man. Here you go. Oh, brother, we get it. You're out of the game. You're good.
Hey, man, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of the No Clearance Podcast, man. I am your host, Tyler, and I'm here with some amazing people. Of course, we're going to introduce Black women first. We got the Queen, KC, here on the podcast, also host of Dare to Talk. Y'all go check out her episode of the Dare to Talk podcast with the other Jalen, not this Jalen, but the Jalen, the Queen. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And man, we got the man behind the video. We got the producer of the show. We got Jalen here, Mr.
Live.
Last of the light skin assassin. You know what I'm saying?
Many names.
Yes. And man, we got a special guest with us in the building. I've actually known him.
I don't know how to do a drum roll with my mouth.
Anyway, I've known this man for a long time. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Real talk. We got Big Al.
Hey.
We got Big Al, also known as Drano, in the building with us today. Al, how you doing, my brother?
Man, I'm just so glad to be here, man. I can't believe I'm on the No Clearance Podcast. I appreciate you, dog, man. Y'all doing y'all thing real big, man. I'm just glad to be here.
Oh, man, we appreciate that, yo. Quick story, Jay. Alvin he's the one that introduced me to Dom Kennedy. I don't even know if he knows this.
Okay, I didn't know that.
Al, do you remember the trip we all took to Philly? It was you, my brother, and I was in the back seat, and you just put the CD in, and you put it was one of them burnt CDs, and I'm like, yo, this dude all right. But it was that hidden track. It was that Honeys and Money. You know, we kept running that Joe back like, yo, why is it so fire?
Nah, you know why? Because he used that Biggie Joe.
Yo, he used that Biggie sample.
What's your name?
Yo.
What's your side? Yeah.
Honeys and Money.
Man,
man.
You can't get no better than that, man.
Shout out to Dom Kennedy, the Yellow Album. That joint was too fire. But yeah, man, it's good to see you. Heard you got a project out. You got an album?
Yes, sir. I don't know. Y'all want me to talk about it now, or I don't know how y'all do it over here, man.
Hey, look, man.
Or how y'all gonna do it today?
Nah, I just wanna. You know what? We're gonna let you talk about the project real quick.
Literally, you can get on the mic.
Yeah, we'll get into the topics. Floor is yours. Go ahead and talk about it. Let the people know what you got going on.
Man, all right. Well, yeah, I appreciate that. So I mean, right now, I'm finishing up my third album. It's gonna be called Eagle. Just released my second album. It's called Algelo. It's kind of like a play on my name, being Al, and Maya Angelou being like, you know, one of my inspirations, just as far as the poetry, the inspiration. And so that's kind of, you know, the vibe I was going with this one. It's a line on my album that I had that I'm working on now. It's an album. It's a line that goes, Algelo was an album about distractions. Hopefully we take advantage, learn from it, see it from a higher vantage point. So that's really what I was kind of on when I did the Algelo album. This one I'm working on now, that's the one I'm excited about. And it kind of sums up what it's called. Like I said, it's gonna be called Eagle. Um, I went to the Eagles was my school mascot.
Hey, Grace brother and baby,
You know what
Grace
I'm
brother, what they talking
saying?
about?
You know what I mean? So the Eagles, we was repping them Eagles, man. You know, we had to rep the Eagles. We was on the scene with the marching band, repping the
Oh
Eagles,
yeah, man,
man. And
we was in that marching band.
so you know, all PG, they know about that. But yeah, I mean that. But other than that, man, it's just I really you know, I'm hoping that it'll be like a breath of fresh air for people like people that kind of been because I've been doing music even from when I was in school. So like, I feel like it'll be something that they can enjoy and new fans as well. But yeah, I think Isaiah 40:31 say, they that wait on the Lord shall rise up. They that wait on the Lord shall renew their strength. They shall rise up on wings like the eagle. And so that's kind of, with the inspiration for that, man. I think I don't know. I could keep going, but I don't.
Nah,
I
that's
mean,
what's up, man. That's what's up. Looking forward to it, man. Sound like you've been busy, bro. It's the third one. Like you just dropped. Did you just drop the second one?
so I just dropped. Yeah, man. I definitely been busy. I just dropped the second one, but it took me like over a year just with the mixing and mastering process. I've been sitting on it for like over a year, so that's probably why. Also, why I'm excited about the next one because I've been sitting on Algelo for a long time. But I do, this album that I just released, Algelo. I really hope people enjoy it. I tried to make it with everybody in mind. But I think the biggest thing, people realize about me is that I'm different. Like I came up different. Like you said, we went to Christian school. Like I was my TV regimen was the Jetsons and the Flintstones, man. Other than that, it was you know what I'm saying?
Hey,
Like
hey, bruh. I know your parents, so I get it. I get it. I know your
man, you know what I'm
people's man.
saying? No radio, no phone, and you know what I mean? I don't know if you remember. I remember, I'll never forget, I was in fifth grade, man. Y'all remember when conference calls just got hot? Like,
Yeah,
man.
yeah. You talking about like the Uvu and the Skype and all them joints?
No. This is way before all that. Before that,
You
when
talking
we
about the
just when we,
3-way?
yeah, we had the landline. You had the
Ooh,
three
hey,
way.
I'm gonna
There
put
you
you on.
go.
I'm gonna put you on, but you gotta don't say nothing.
Right. So you had the three way, but the whole secret was if you keep calling people, you gotta have like 50 people on the line at one time.
Oh
So
Mm.
man.
like I just remember I missed out on all the conversations because my mom on the phone. You know what I'm saying? And my mom, she the type she gonna say something. She you know what I mean. So I say all that to say, man, I came up different. You know what I'm saying? But I came up. It was a lot of blessings in it too. Like you know what I'm saying? Like I said, like my parents, they was really involved and like trying to lead me in the right way and stuff like that. But um, I think that's probably for people who just getting to know me, man. They probably the biggest thing you notice is that I'm a little different, like but I approach life from a spiritual perspective, because of my background, and then also just because um, like with the music, man, the music is really life. I know people say it's like cliche, but music is really like life for me. So it's like um, I approach it differently. Like I approach it, it's like a release for me, but I also approach it like I want to be, like an influence. You know what I'm saying? Like I even to the point like with this album Algelo, I feel like I'm making myself look vulnerable even more. Like as like I look stupid, I look foolish, but it's like I'm not. For me, it's the art for me, and I want people to be able to listen to it, but also, be able to learn, some of the lessons that I learned from my bumps and bruises and just going through life, man. So
Word.
that's really what it is, man. And
I
yeah,
rock
so
with it,
I'm
man.
gonna leave it at that. I could keep going all night.
I rock with it, man. Well, look, we appreciate that intro. We appreciate that, you know what I'm saying? Those words. We're gonna go ahead and get into this episode. Let's start with the regular, am I the asshole? For those who don't know, we go through the am I the asshole Reddit. We find a topic and we figure out if that person is the asshole or not. So KC, this episode is brought to you by the good people at No Clearance. All right, go to noclearancepod.com/shop. We have merchandise for you to wear. Please support the brand. Okay, we got our new clearance collection. All right, with the Defy the Trends, Be the Standard shirts, as well as the No Clearance shirt and the Superior No Clearance shirt with the dad hats. Dad hats are selling big. Okay. So please make sure you go to noclearancepod.com/shop. Buy you some merch to support the podcast so we can get bigger and better every week. Thank you. Back to the show. Let's get it.
All right. All right. Am I the asshole for not wanting to have anything to do with my in laws? So, some background. I've been married to my wife for a year in March and known and been a part of. Also, I want to name, I don't read like this. I'm reading what they wrote. So, nobody come for me.
Hey, hey,
Um,
I last week I told you. Remember, I was like, "Hey, these people can't write," and I
no,
sound
and
like
for
I was
real.
dyslexic.
Like,
I
we
was
got to
like, "Nah, it's not
proofread
me."
before we kind of launch. But anyway, um, we've been married. I've been married to my wife for a year in March, and known and been a part of the family for 5 to 6 years prior to that. A few months ago, my wife's Nana was diagnosed with dementia, which has progressed quickly and quite alarmingly. It is horrifically sad. It's a horrifically sad situation overall. Few weeks back, we intervened due to the fact that we learnt that her nana hadn't washed or been bathed in over 4 months.
Mm.
Okay.
Oh,
And was admitted to the hospital due to various infectious caused basically by fecal matter entering her urethra.
Lord.
ugh.
Oh no.
Okay. We also found out at the same time that
Ooh.
she was eating one meal a day, and her son and daughter have basically said that's her problem and refused to help her. We started trying to put a schedule in place so that family members, split amongst 3 adults, would visit her twice a day to ensure that she was eating at least 2 meals and giving her medication. As I said, split amongst 6 of us hardly is an enormous task. Nanny's son, and daughter obviously erupted. They turned up screaming and saying we were awful people, that we want her for her money, we want her money for ourselves. Neither of us were mentioned in her will. While this is going on, my wife was absolutely a mess. It wasn't the situation, it was their anger. When we dug into this, she said some fairly horrific, emotionally abusive and coercive repeating behaviors that only stopped when she moved out. She had never mentioned before. It did explain her her what? Her I don't know. At times to see them. I don't oh they spelled this wrong. Her
They making up
reluctance
words.
her
The reluctancy.
reluctantness at
Making up words. I
like
knew they
I,
making
I
up
don't
what?
think
words.
Like
that's a word.
I don't know what that word is, but that ain't it. At times to see them I teach math anyway, to see them, which I frankly had to put down to her gently, being a little antisocial at times. Following those reservations, I've told her I want nothing to do with any of them because frankly they were vile and toxic, and I don't want our daughter anywhere near them. I'm out. I'm not in any way stopping or limiting her time with her family. I just don't want them anywhere near me because I personally find them to be very triggering. At this moment, I'm absolutely furious that they have played on her mental illness to make themselves out to be amazing parents while treating her so badly.
There's a lot of layers to this.
I need can somebody break this down in
Okay.
layman's terms?
So in a nutshell, see, like, even though that shit was wonky, I already know. In a nutshell, basically the grandma, the nana, has dementia, which is like a deteriorating disease where like their brain becomes mush, essentially when you're reversing from adult to baby. And so while that's happening, they're neglecting her. Like, it sounds like she wasn't bathed for 4 months. She wasn't fed either. She was like given one meal a day. And so the wife, who that's her grandmother, her husband is saying like, nah, the way they're moving about this is fucked up. There needs to be more of like a regiment as far as taking care of Nana. I guess they wanted to put that in place amongst 6 adults, kind of switching off like, all right, y'all visit her when on Tuesday, we visit her on Wednesday type of thing. And the two parents, I guess the daughter's parents, are like making a big deal about it, being assholes and saying like, y'all are trying to like manipulate Nana to think like we're shitty people for money. Fun fact, they're not on the will. They're just doing this out of human decency. So yeah. And now the husband's like, I'm good. I don't want nothing to do with them. They seem a little off. And so now he's understanding like why his wife has like some like anxiety, it sounds like, with the parents and just not fucking with him.
This is Al, what you think? Hold on, let's ask the guest first.
Man. So who's the person that's supposed to be the a-hole?
So the husband.
Right?
The parents, right?
No, the
husband.
He's for not fucking with his in-laws.
For not fucking with him.
He said he ain't trying to take care. He ain't trying to help out with this situation. Grandma got dementia. I ain't messing with dementia, lady.
No, that's not what he's saying. That's Tyler. You misconstrued the whole thing.
Did I not? No, Jalen, for real. Did I not explain that clear?
You made it clear.
I thought you were saying he thought the in-laws was trying to influence.
Yeah, the in-laws thought that the husband and the wife were trying to like be on some sneak shit with the Nana, trying to get Nana to be in their favor. Because they were trying to do right by Nana, because the parents were neglecting the fuck up out of Nana. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
So it sound like the parents, they probably realize that they not in the will. They probably think they trying to get themselves in the will. Because you said they weren't in the will, but I mean, it sounds like they just trying to look out.
Yeah.
So
at this point, the will not going to change. Like,
what you think, Jay?
I don't see her change.
I thought it was completely different.
The condition.
I thought the husband was asking if he was an asshole for not wanting to fuck with the in-laws because the in-laws are neglecting the grandma.
Okay.
That's what it was.
Okay,
that's
what
it
is. That's it. Mm-hmm. Okay. So what you think, Jay?
I deal with this personally. I personally have to go going through this now.
Oh God.
So my grandma got dementia, and like everybody for the last like 5-6 years, everyone's been supposed to be helping out with her. It's just me and my aunt. Everyone be talking about they helping out. It's so hard to get adults to show up and help out another person. That makes sense. So I can understand where the parents come from, where the in-laws come from, where they're going off like, how you gonna say this about us, blah blah blah, because they probably like, we do mad shit for her every day. So like, it sounds like the husband just being a bitch.
How is he being a bitch?
You know what? I mean,
because it sounds like they just cussed him out because he's trying to make all these plans, and he's like psychoanalyzing it as like this problematic thing when it's just like he just got cussed out. Him and his wife got cussed out by her parents,
I guess.
But
what you mean? What you mean, Casey?
The parents are in the wrong though for neglecting the grandma though.
I think similar to Jalen, my mom was the person who took care of both my grandparents. And I watched her be like work like a dog, like on her own job, to then go to my grandparents' house and take care of them. And keep in mind, like my mom is I don't know what number she is in the line, but there's 15 of them. So for her to be doing, I mean, Puerto Ricans back in the day ain't had nothing to do. You know, I don't think there was TV.
Respect.
Not a lot of conference calls. You picking up what I'm saying? So I think it's frustrating if you are always the person kind of like organizing shit and making sure shit gets done. Like it does get to a point where it's like frustrating. I could see it being like the husband, you on the outside looking in, you could probably, you get annoyed feeling like, hey, I see my wife kind of doing her part. And like the parents not understanding like why it's fucked up to not fucking bathe Nana, like to not make sure she's straight. And my thing, I think they mentioned at least 2 meals. Motherfucker, a person's supposed to have 3 meals and 2 snacks. So, I mean, even with the 2 meals, he's compromising right there because she should be eating way more than that. And for you to not to be bathing her, like, and my thing is cool. Now I know that's not everybody's cup of tea. Like my mom, she can get down with it. Yeah, exactly. You can get a CNA or somebody to come to the house. My thing is you not doing shit. That's fucked up.
But
for her to be having infections because she not cleaned up right, bro. That's crazy.
Nasty. She got dysentery and shit.
Yeah,
she got dysentery, bed sores probably. That's disgusting.
No.
You gotta have some. So like the in-laws are in the wrong. And I don't think the son's an asshole. I mean the husband is an asshole. But I think he's still a little bitch.
I'm not gonna put that on him because we don't know to what extent he could have did this on his 5th month of like wiping ass and shit. He's like, hey, but I can't be the only one elbow deep in taking care of Nana. Ain't nobody else kind of getting dirty here.
Nah, I kind of agree with you, Jake. But I mean, personally, I feel like if you the husband, like you should have seen this coming in. Like I know you marry a person for them, but you gotta look at their family. Like
you gotta know that they a little off.
Yeah, like exactly. Can I deal with this, man? Like, especially as like a husband, as like one of the men in the family. At that point, you just gotta suck it up, shut the hell up, do what you gotta do. Respectfully, you gotta do what you gotta do. I don't.
And you gotta be able to accept help from the family too.
Yeah, man. I mean, unless the parents, like I know, like I feel like there's a difference between like taking like words from people when they upset and like folks just being like disrespectful. Yeah. So I'm sure hopefully you can like people can see the difference, but unless they was coming at him with some threats or something, like the main objection here is grandma got dementia and she got she got dirty coochie.
You could still be like,
oh, come on, that's somebody's Nana.
That's disgusting. That's disgusting.
But my thing, I just think aside from being somebody's Nana, it's just human decency. She did have a dirty
coochie though.
Yeah,
come on. Dirty coochie. Do you know how important this is to make sure the coochie clean? I don't care how old she is.
I always say teamwork make the dream work.
Oh hell no, he's not. No, he didn't. No, you didn't. Now
it's gonna take a team to clean the coochie.
He said, "Hey, team, the dream ain't working." No, I just feel bad. Like I don't know. I have a soft spot for old people. That's fucked up.
Yeah, man. Nah, man. Hey, bro, step your game up, dog.
It's a tough situation,
That is tough.
Tough situation, They be forgetting shit. Then they be seeing things.
Hey, my grandma was a time last night when she had dementia. You hear me?
My grandma got a friend named Randy. There's a nigga named Randy in my house every day now. And my aunt can't find him because there's nobody there named Randy.
Oh, but don't you tell them that Randy ain't there. Yeah. They fight you on site. Once it's in there.
My grandma be like, Randy, get them kids out the house. My aunt got to come in the room and be like, get these kids, get out this house. Get out this house, kids.
You got to feed into that shit too. If you don't, they look at you like, oh, bitch, you got to go too. You got to get out.
I got to find this Randy nigga. I don't know who this nigga Randy is. I got to look something up.
Yeah. Maybe she knew a Randy in her past because sometimes they dig into like their past.
Yeah, it's crazy.
I tell you, dog. Hey, man, before we Before we keep going, man, we just want to let y'all know this episode is brought to you by My Tax Office. All right, My Tax Office offers exceptional tax preparation, financial services, insurance advice, and financial education. All new clients get 20% off tax preparation services until February 28th, and My Tax Office will pay you $25 for each referral. Setting an appointment is easy and can be done at mytaxoffice.com. That's MYTAXX office.com, or give them a call at 844-469-8299 and ask for Sam at extension 708. Please ask for Sam at extension 708 and let them know No Clearance sent you. All right. Got to get the money. Let's talk about the Super Bowl. May I rant? May I have? Can I please have the space to
That's what I've
rant?
been waiting for.
You're able to
Give
have
me
a
the
minute.
Give him
space.
the monologue, like people. I mean, go.
You got it.
First off, here's what I'm gonna say first. Big shout out to Jalen Hurts. Boy, you played your butt off.
Work like a dog.
I know you had the one fumble, but you played your ass off. It wasn't for you. We wouldn't even be in the Super Bowl, but it wasn't for him. We don't even get, tie the game and all that stuff. Jay, you was right. Andy Reid has something in the bag for us, and we was not ready. This man, that game, I feel like this nigga was just playing with us, bro. Bro, he pulled out a play that's been ran since like the 70s. Like one of the first of I couldn't believe this shit. They ran a power sweep, like slip back. I ain't never like niggas, they don't do backs on each side and like under the center no more. He pulled that shit out. I couldn't believe it. And then these niggas scored on the same play on each side of the field. I was perplexed. I was perplexed. And I'm going to tell you what made it worse. The defensive coordinator just got a fucking head coach job. This nigga deserves to be on fucking scout team. The trash. The nerve of this nigga to go to another team after that piss poor performance in the Super Bowl as a defense coordinator. We got fucking shredded in the second half. These niggas scored on every single drive in the second half. We ain't get one stop. And then the daggone special teams, these niggas looked like fucking high schoolers the way they was fucking tripping over each other on that damn punt return that took that nigga down to the 10-yard line. I couldn't believe this shit. I couldn't believe it. I absolutely could not understand how we got out-coached. We didn't blitz the whole game. We only blitzed in the red zone. This nigga, there's no way you watch film. There's no way you prepped for 2 weeks and came out with this type of game plan for the Super Bowl. We did the same exact shit we did all season, and you expected to win in the Super Bowl. Tell me how that makes sense.
You got to get off your spirit.
But shout out to Jalen Hurts, man. I'm proud of that black man. You feel me? I'm proud of that black man, but damn, everybody else on that defense, I'm sorry.
You know that? I think it's because y'all stole one. Y'all stole one from the Patriots that year.
We did.
That?
No, we ain't
From,
steal it. We took
They
that
stole
bitch.
it. They stole it. They stole it.
Y'all was not supposed
They was not
to have
supposed to
that.
win. I
Bro.
remember that.
My bad, Al. One more thing. I can't believe these fucking refs decide to make a call with a minute and 38. That wasn't even a holding penalty, bro. This nigga I didn't even see a jersey tug. Y'all gonna call that with a minute 38. So you're gonna take away from the entertainment of the game. Because after that, it was the most boring a minute and a half of my life. Watching them just take a knee, run the clock down, and kick a fucking... There was no excitement. Nothing. That game was tense. The whole time, I was stressed eating wings, goddamn cheesesteaks, hoagies, drinking Douce. I was doing everything possible to calm my nerves this whole damn game. And you go make this call. Next thing you know, I'm like, We all just sitting there like, that's it? All that for this?
It really, if we're gonna be technical, it was Rihanna's concert.
All right, now let's get into the entertainment factor. Okay,
Yeah.
I wanna do a couple things. Okay, I want to give a big shout out to Cheryl Lee Ralph.
Cheryl,
This woman sang that Black national anthem. God bless this woman. And then she ended it with the yeah.
you hear me? Did the hell about that? Yeah.
She said yeah.
Original dream girl right there.
Yes. Shout out to her, man. The Eagles fans booed Dak Prescott. Even though he won Walter Payton Man of the Year,
That
the Eagles
shit
fans
was hilarious.
That was crazy. One more thing about the game. I'm sorry.
Oh, but brother.
What the hell? What the hell did Mahomes take at halftime? You can't tell me that nigga wasn't drugged up coming up. This nigga was limping.
Oh, they gave him a cortisone shot so quick.
That needle had to be this.
Hey, them long ass needles.
That nigga came out running. Anyway, I'm sorry. That's it. I ain't gonna
so
talk about
KC, for some context, they booed him.
I was waiting for it.
So for the Walter Payton Award, they booed. That's the award you get for like when you do like the most community service.
This is like the greatest award a football player can get in the NFL.
He got it because he was like a great
person, like
great person overall. And when he got the award, people booed him.
That was the Eagles fans, but that's because he played for Dallas. He played for the Cowboys. We hate the Cowboys with all of our soul. You know what I'm saying? Why?
It's a rivalry.
Okay,
thing.
It's bigger than a rivalry thing.
Okay.
I'm picking up what you're putting down, Jay.
They just get all the attention in general with the NFL. It's like every commercial you see Dallas. Every time these niggas always get prime time games.
Which perplexes me because they won a Super Bowl over 20 years.
Word of the day, perplexed.
hey, it's a good word. I am truly perplexed by this because I don't know how they're America's team. They ain't won a Super Bowl over 20 years.
I was gonna ask how many Super Bowls have they won?
They won a lot, but it was in the 90s. They ain't won one since the 90s.
But we're in a new decade. They haven't won one in this
We're
decade.
in the new 2 decades.
2 decades. Yeah. Oh, shit. Yeah, 23 up.
Okay.
Damn.
I'm going to get my nerves back. I'm sorry, y'all. Okay. Rihanna's halftime performance.
KC,
how'd you feel?
First of all, she's a fellow Pisces. She ate the girls up. Do you hear me? Left? No. This is my thing. See, you got to know Rihanna. Rihanna has never been pregnant or not pregnant. She's never been a motherfucker to like give you a Beyonce show, right? She's not.
That's true.
She is a vibe giver. She gives you a vibe. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Her music is bomb. It's great. It makes you feel good. She gonna give you a little something to bop to. If you look at her aesthetic was on point, very minimalistic. Rihanna don't need a lot to give you that feeling, that vibe. That's one. 2, choreography. She gonna make them motherfuckers work, but she gonna do a little like, you know what I mean?
And product placement. Fenty was all over that.
It wasn't oversaturated. It was a quick little, let me just touch up, bam, let me get water, go. Rihanna's not a performer, so I think when we compare Rihanna to like Beyonce's or the Coldplays or the Brunos, like they're not in the same caliber. This is not to take away from Rihanna, though. I'm not saying that. I love her and I love her performances, but it's more of an aesthetic, a vibe that she provides. And also, I think, too, like, you got to think 13 minutes, she was doing a lot of movement and she's pregnant. Not to say that pregnancy gives you an excuse, but she's also trying to like be hydrated, make sure she's hitting all the points she needs to hit. She has different places to be at, different camera angles to look at. So that's a lot to keep into play. And the motherfucker was up in the air. Like she was high as fuck. I don't know if anybody peeped that.
She was Super Mario Smash Brothers up in there.
Heavy. Yeah.
Yeah.
I hate him. But it was good. I liked it. The songs she picked, I felt like were perfect. They were her bangers.
She reminded
niggas. She started off with "Bitch Better Have My Money" because it's tax season. You know what I mean?
My tax office. She reminded these niggas how many hits she got. You almost forget sometimes. Mm-hmm. And then of course she pulled out the features. But I thought she was amazing. I want to give a shout out to Black Men. I just feel like ASAP Rocky. You did it again, Playboy.
What did you
ASAP. Knock it up twice. That's what I'm talking about, baby.
No, that's not what the fuck I'm talking about. Because
They thought it
now
was
we're not getting an
anything's
album.
possible.
No tour. I don't think she's going on tour.
This bitch is like music. This nigga just give another one.
We never get this.
Y'all want an album? ASAP. Come on, boy. Come on, give me that.
Somebody said the people running with the like
it
the
was
suits
okay.
were his sperm running towards her. I was like, probably. Jesus.
You thought it was okay? You thought it was okay, Jay?
Yeah, it was an okay performance. It wasn't the best performance.
Explain. Why would you say that?
It was very underwhelming. Like the way they hyped it up, I thought it was gonna be like not even. I've seen Rihanna perform.
Mhm.
I've watched award shows growing up. That wasn't like even on par with some of her award shows. Like everything else around it, like what they did. But I just thought like because she was pregnant, she wasn't moving like she usually moved. So like it made the performance seem like underwhelmed.
I also think she
footwork-
hasn't. When was the last time she graced the stage?
That
long
don't mean
time.
nothing. That don't
Her
mean
I'm not
footwork
saying
was
it don't mean
phenomenal.
nothing, but I'm saying like also, you know, you got a name like motherfucker ain't been on that stage in a minute.
Yeah, but still, that's what her rehearsals for.
Damn, Jay.
Oh,
I'm
real
just
quick.
saying, I hold you to a standard. If I seen you at a high
He said,
level,
fuck them kids. Fuck
I
that
don't care
Lean
how
girl.
long
heavy
you
on
been
fuck
away.
that baby.
Hey, no, but that's what I'm saying. Like, because she was pregnant, she didn't give the performance that like her standard. So like, good for her for coming back. It's nice to see her perform and all, but it wasn't the best performance.
It was good.
Shout out to her.
It was okay.
Apparently,
good.
the whoever did the sign language for her was doing her.
Hey,
fucking
do you
thing.
know she went to HBCU? I
She
think
went
she
to
went
Bowie
to
State.
Bowie.
State, Maryland.
Hey,
There you go.
When I tell you, I'm like, I needed to learn ASL because I could do the heck about these songs. You hear me?
Hey,
What you think of the halftime performance?
Man, I'm gonna be honest. I ain't even watched the Super Bowl this year, man.
He already knew it was
I ain't
rigged.
even watch it. I ain't even watch it, man. I'm gonna be honest with
Hey,
you.
I feel it's so crazy. A lot of people don't, and it the way I grew up, like this shit is like this. That's the big thing. But a lot,
Yeah.
the older I get, a lot of people just be like, shit,
okay.
another game.
Well,
Al, you more
Well,
of
you
a
know what it
basketball
is.
person anyway, though.
Right.
What you think of that Phoenix trade, real quick? What you think, KD?
Oh my goodness. Man, I don't know what to think no more, man.
Niggas just
I guess
I'm gonna tell you right now. I called this Brooklyn Nets team falling apart from the beginning. I said there was
He
a bluff
did.
from the beginning.
He
Tyler
did.
was be like, "Oh, they going to the finals. They gonna get a ring." I was like, "Nah, they a
Bro,
bluff."
no. KD was a half a foot away from going to the final. The nigga stepped on the 3-point line. Bro,
Bluff.
don't act like the
Bluff.
bro.
It was their bluff.
If that nigga was a size 10,
Okay,
they
okay.
in the NBA final.
It sounds like a bunch of what ifs or woulda
On
couldas.
top of that,
They
on
still
top of that, Kyrie fell on Giannis' big ass foot, and if he don't get hurt that year, they in the final.
like I said,
he
like
couldn't
I
count
said.
on Kyrie, couldn't count on Harden, and he still was almost in the finals. You gotta give
Hey,
that
I
man
give
his
it to him,
props.
but they still made the team a bluff because they nothing come
Anyway.
from it. Ain't
Right,
nothing
you
come
right.
from it.
That's fair. One more
Good
thing,
for
man.
KD though and Kyrie.
Yeah, give that man
Yeah.
his props.
No,
Man. Keep
no.
fighting, man.
KD's
Snaps.
great. I just knew that team was a bluff from the get go.
Damn.
I don't
KD,
know
that
if
was never gonna work.
This episode is brought to you by Canva. Canva is a graphic design platform used to create social media graphics, presentations, posters, documents, and other visual content. The app includes templates for users to use to design whatever they want for the free. The platform is free to use, but also offers a paid subscription, Canva Pro, which will unlock an even larger library of graphics, images, templates, and videos to add to your designs. So please tap the link in the description and get started.
I think we're like a week late on this, but I want to give Beyonce a big shout out. She dropped the remix to Cuff It, the Wetter remix.
Ooh, baby, let me. Yeah, that shit go hard. I'm not even trying to hear nobody talk
Dog.
shit. Nah, that shit.
It hit different,
Pretty
bro.
good, pretty good.
It hits different, and I was like, bro, I ain't heard an R&B song like that in a
I
minute.
mean, like, I love just to hear the rain sound. You know what I mean?
Man, what?
It's like, oh, that shit go crazy in a song. Let me tell you. Mm-hmm.
You could tell she took her time with it. You know what I'm saying?
The runs, the ad libs.
You feel me? I gotta ask. Well, first of all, this is my worst transition, but which fan base do you find to be the most annoying? We got Rihanna's Navy, for the Super Bowl. We just got the Beehive, with the Beehive was going
Can we
crazy because Rihanna
classify
didn't win.
what are we identifying as annoying? Can I get some behaviors?
Let's see.
Anytime you critique their favorite person, it's like World War II.
They can't make
World War III.
Like LeBron.
Yeah, or
like LeBron fans.
They can't make nothing bad. Like if you know what I'm saying?
That shit don't stink.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
That's probably how. That sounds like you like that with Rihanna. That's how people are with Rihanna. How you are with Rihanna.
I wouldn't say so.
Hey.
I'd say I'm more so that way with Beyonce.
Here's what here's my problem with the Beehive.
Okay, here you go.
Oh gosh.
Tyler, I want to pause this right here. I'm going to have a stop. Tyler does shit that he knows. He's like, how can I fuck up Khadijah's week? How can I take this shit to the hoop? Boom, Beehive, go. Go ahead. Because there's so many other fan bases we can start with. But go ahead, Ty. Because now you got my spirit shaking. Go ahead.
I don't think they really loyal.
She got me ready to put my car up for collateral. What are you talking about?
That's interesting.
The Beehive would do everything except fuck with a black man.
Oh my God.
Oh, no, he didn't. No, he didn't. No, not the step. I was like,
Beyonce gave Jay-Z about 2-3 chances. You know what I'm saying? The nigga fuck up one time.
He got a billion reasons why.
Let that nigga
He
go.
got a billion reasons why. Let's not speed past it. Motherfucker is coming with some coin. These niggas ain't got even a fucking food stamp card. Please.
That's a fact.
I will
I'm
say,
just
though,
saying.
But remember, she not just his little wife now.
That's fair. That's fair. I'm just saying.
I don't know what the fuck he talking about.
I feel like something changed. I feel like something. I don't know what happened, but you could tell there was a switch. Beyonce, it was a switch on Beyonce where she was like, "Man, fuck this nigga, man." You know what I'm saying?
This nigga, I bring home eggs too. The fuck?
Hey, you know what? At the Grammys when they put the camera on them and Jay-Z.
Oh, he had a Tyler moment.
Jay-Z tried to give her a drink. She was like, "Nigga, you don't get that
Hey,
shit on my
can we
face."
She did it very nicely though. She's like,
hey, you know how I know something changed? Because this nigga showed up to the Grammys first, and she still wasn't there yet. She's still getting ready. This nigga had to run interference. And she said to run interference. I'm like, where Beyonce?
yeah.
Now, but I'm gonna give the Beehive credit because they show up in every form of fashion with the music. You know what I'm saying? Now,
And the clothes, everything.
And I actually now, who do you know wears Ivy Park?
I know. I know.
Motherfuckers with money.
Yeah.
Okay, I was just.
They've
man.
upped the when
By the
Ivy
way-
Park first came out. It was a different a tax bracket to what it is now.
By the way,
it's more affordable now, ain't it?
this is
No,
the rumor.
the new season she just launched. When you look it up, it's crazy.
This is the I was listening to Earn Your Leisure podcast. Shout out to Earn Your Leisure. Now, since Kanye left, you know what I'm saying?
Kanye fans are the worst fans.
No, hold on. Since Kanye left now, if they were saying like, yo, if I'm Beyonce, you might want to go get that bag.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Get that Kanye bag. That's like, because Kanye apparently lost them like
billions.
a billion
Yeah,
dollars.
he lost them billions of dollars. Yeah.
Damn, that's wild.
So it's like Beyonce got a line and she about to go on concert. Beyonce, Adidas needs to pay her. Pretty much.
I'm sure she's business. Her and Jay are business savvy. I'm sure she's already working on that.
I'm gonna say they probably already paying her too crazy.
Yeah,
but she got to get crazier.
Yeah, but to get back to the fan bases, Kanye's fan base is actually the worst fan base.
Explain.
That nigga could say anything that will make a whole world pissed, And Kanye fans be like, but them first 5 albums, man.
That's always their defense. Like, huh?
It was life-changing music, though.
No.
Hey, y'all ever think that's why he had those first 5 albums was so good? Because he knew he was about to just put bullshit on it.
He was like, I got to come up with insurance. I got to have insurance for my
This nigga said, I got a
Yeah.
15-year plan. I got a 15-year plan. Watch in 2016. I'm gonna fuck these niggas
I
up.
think Al onto something. I'm not gonna hold you.
I'm gonna fuck these niggas up in 2016, bro.
It's all a game for him. It's like he always tries to outdo himself with something more offensive. This nigga said slavery was a choice, and black people still fuck with him.
I think, don't know.
At what point did you stop fucking with Kanye? I'm curious for y'all responses. What was your and that'll do it? I'm gonna head out.
You know what? See, that's tough because I would go off of albums. That's how I base Kanye.
No, that's a good timeline. I like that. Yeah.
Because I really ain't listened to the boy since Life of Pablo.
I think that's what everybody.
No, not me.
Got wary.
Well, weary, yes.
Didn't we stop listening to him when Yeezus dropped?
Yeezus was a little iffy, but he dropped Life of Pablo after that, and we was like, the nigga's
It was
back.
touching. It was touch and go. It was touch and go.
I like Yeezus. I enjoyed that.
After Ye, the Ye album, I tried to listen. I was like, I'm really done with this nigga. At this
point. Ye was terrible. That was,
and he tried to do the Kids See Ghost thing. The problem is he also had the production in. So it's like, if you really want to not fuck with this nigga, then you can't listen to the beats, the production in. You know what I'm saying? And the shit he was doing with Pusha, the stuff he was doing with other people was like, damn. And he had the choir. I still listen to the choir now. So I'm like, have I?
I ain't gonna lie. That's when he lost me for good. I'm like, hold on, man. Start a cult, man.
You talking about the choir?
Yeah, we tried to start a cult.
Yeah, that's when I kind of fell back, and I was like, now this motherfucker's 2 seconds away from giving out Kool-Aid. I'm cool.
You think this is what that nigga's plan was the whole time? He tried to start a cult, but no one's following it.
That is hilarious.
I can see that.
That's what it is. Yeah, because
you think
you gotta think about it. The clothing line and all monochromic, all one color. It all looks bland. No one got no personality.
Holy and shit.
Yeah,
and spending hundreds of dollars on a holy T-shirt.
Yeah, sometimes sometimes choir singing can be creepy. Just saying.
Some of them shoes is giving kind of, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Weight in the water. I don't know.
Maybe he was trying to start a cult. Man.
He could have.
He definitely got a worse fan base than the Beehive. For sure.
I will say, I'm gonna say in my opinion, and they gonna eat me the fuck up. I'm gonna have to say the Barbs.
You mean Nicki Minaj?
I think they're just not
good
for her.
This is my thing. This is why I say that. I say that because I feel like Beyonce fans, we can say you know what? Be feedback on that one. Right? That's not your strongest album. It's not horrible, but let's not pretend like it's a holy grail. I feel like Barbs you cannot say or do or anything that it contradicts or goes against Nicki. It's like you can't give constructive feedback. I feel like you can give constructive feedback to a Beehive. Let be like, you know what? Absolutely right. I didn't like that song
agrees. Either. Yeah. Everyone agrees that Beyonce can't act.
That's one band, one sound.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm not going to sit here and lie to y'all and say, no, give her an Oscar. I know who she is.
Yeah. So that makes sense. You can't say nothing about Nicki Minaj.
Nope.
But they low key don't be listening.
That Remy Ma beat?
At all. They
low key don't listen. I remember that battle between I remember she was upset because Travis Scott was #1 for forever when he dropped Astroworld, and she dropped her album at the same time, and it's just
he was #1 for a hot minute too.
She was like, "Don't be a hater." I mean, maybe Charlamagne was pretty much like, "Bobs, y'all, she not #1 because y'all not listening." If y'all was real,
that's the truth though.
If y'all was real fans, y'all be trying to run them numbers up.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
That's real.
I'm just saying, but Travis Scott has a big fan base too.
Yeah, but I feel like any artist with a large fan base with a name that everybody knows should be number one when they drop, even if they drop like, or at least like a close second if they drop the same as somebody else. Like,
yeah,
they don't be listening to her music. I swear they don't.
No.
I swear they don't. They like Nicki
I think
Minaj for her personality.
And this is my thing. I love Nicki Minaj's personality. Love it sometimes, at times. But I feel like sometimes she gives me sore loser. And I think that Travis Scott is a prime example. You got to know when your shit is not, it's not to say your shit is horrible, dirt, trash, but it's like, hey, it's not number one right now. That's not, you know what I mean? And you got to roll with it. There's been times where, prime example, Beyonce, she wasn't number one as long as Harry Styles, right? Yeah. You got to own that. Like, all right, we kind of fell off. We was bopping it or whatever, but we wasn't bopping it long enough or whatever. You have to name that. Nicki Minaj fans you're not giving the plays. You're not doing your end. You're not buying it. You know?
I respect that. I also think, I honestly don't know too many Nicki fans. I mean, Casey, I know you a Nicki fan, but are you a Barb? Do you consider yourself
I
a
would
Barb?
not classify myself as a Barb.
I really don't know. I feel like they all
put on a song. I'm giving you the whole verse. You know what? I could go.
I've never met anyone in real life who would classify themselves.
I think they just on the internet.
I think this is like an industry. Yeah, I think it's like an industry thing. Like that
they're bots.
Maybe there isn't maybe Barbs don't exist. Maybe they just don't exist.
Hell no.
They just on the computer. They just type it away.
Because I ain't met anybody in my whole entire life who's like, oh, Nicki Minaj, my favorite rapper.
Are they all in New York? Are they all just...
Oh, no, I heard that before.
You know what? Well, this is my thing. I've heard people say like, oh, I fuck with her flow or whatever. But I've never, like Al said, I've never heard somebody outright say, yeah, I consider myself a Barb. Like, I think I've met one person in my life who's like diehard Barb.
Facts. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I'm gonna tell you a fan base that I'm a part of, but I think we might be slightly annoying. The J. Cole, we don't have a name, but the J. Cole fan
the
base.
Colers.
Here's the thing. Cole can do no wrong.
They're bad too.
Y'all think, see what I'm saying? Y'all like to talk about the Beehive. Y'all think Cole walk on water.
No, he's my therapist though. He
don't really even do nothing.
The nigga just be,
and that's what blows me, Jay.
Poured his soul.
The motherfucker literally be sipping water. Out. Oh, did you see that? The way that motherfucker was drinking that water.
What you mean he don't do nothing?
Like, he don't do nothing to like.
He's low key.
Yeah, like he don't do nothing to make his fans be like, oh,
go crazy.
He does crazy. The nigga, bro.
He's like Wale. He's like Wale.
Nah, but the nigga. Okay, here's the thing, man.
I was like quick with the nah, but anyway,
you gotta understand. You gotta understand what we like about Cole. What we like about Cole is when it's time to give us something, the nigga gives it to us. He don't have us waiting. When you know an album coming, he going to give you a nice little 10, 15-minute video ahead of time. He going to give you the album. He might put the concert on HBO. The nigga going to do an interview with KD or Angie Martinez. Like, it's just all packaged. The nigga's just like, hey, I'm done bullshitting. Here you go. I'm going back into the...
He don't really do anything that's questionable, though. He don't do no questionable... He has one album that's, like, boring. But that album wasn't even for... the people, really.
It wasn't even, it wasn't for the people. It wasn't
for the people at all.
What album are you talking about that was boring?
For Your Eyes Only.
For Your Eyes Only.
Oh, yeah. That was a slow one.
That put niggas to sleep.
Yeah.
That's a bedtime album. Play that for my kids. I'm gonna play that for my children. Time to go to bed.
Heavy on that. Good classroom album. You know what I mean? Shout out to my teachers.
J. Cole's fans, you can't even have them in this conversation because all they do...
Nah,
he can spit, but his fan base can't be in this conversation because his fan base ain't annoying.
Y'all watch Hey Arnold?
Why?
This matters. This is about to be game changing. Y'all watch Hey Arnold?
Yes.
Hey, J. Cole fans are giving Stoop kids.
Wow. Explain.
Stoop kid afraid to get off the stoop. He's chill. Nigga got his lawn chair on his stoop. He's minding his business. Watching the other artists play and shit. He's like, yeah, y'all could do that. But I'm going to be right here with mine. That's his energy.
Okay, I respect that.
Stoop Kid I gotta take our stoop kid. He wasn't a stoop kid. He lived in a crack house. He was a lookout for the police. That's why he couldn't leave the stoop.
Ooh.
That's why he didn't leave the stoop.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Put some respect on his name.
I think.
He was
Well,
a lookout.
that's even better because Cole said the neighbors think I'm selling what?
Oh,
See
there
how I
you
flipped
go.
that?
There you go.
Hey,
Come
Together.
on.
JC,
Come
It
on.
comes full circle.
Come on.
It comes
Don't play
full
with it.
circle.
Yeah, I was ready.
It goes full circle.
I still like Wale.
Shout out to
Still like
Wale.
Wale.
It was
man.
the way I've never seen Tyler shut something down so quick. He's like, no. Anyway.
Shout out Wale, my bad. No, man, cause look, don't fit on that Wale too. Wale too emotional, bro. I fuck with the nigga, but nigga, he got
That's
chill,
what's holding
bro.
him back from being great. Can we have that conversation? Like,
Yeah.
he has so much potential, but he got to get out of his feelings about shit.
I know, man, because
Yeah.
it really sucked. Because I really liked Lauren too.
Running up in
I
Complex.
thought that was gonna pop off, man, but I don't know. The nigga, bruh.
More after nothing. That
It
ain't
is. I
classic?
think it is. But I don't think it I feel like it
It got
should have
the
got
acclaim.
more praise. I thought it should have got more praise. I feel like I mean he the only nigga besides Kid Cudi on the red. He the only rapper on the Red Table Talk. That gonna say something. That says a lot about you, my nigga. You know what
On the Red Table Tower.
See, I didn't know that.
Wait, I don't get it.
Tyler on
Is
a
that-
fucking roll today. You hear me?
Wait, I don't get it. Can you explain?
But you gotta be a strong man.
That's fair.
To go,
Come on,
after
talk
the-
that shit,
after
Al.
what Will Smith
Okay.
did to himself. I would never go on the red after I seen what Will Smith
Yeah,
was
that dog.
what happened to
Hey.
him.
That's the red table, Jay.
Oh, okay.
That's
Wale
where
got
Will
the
was
guts
like
to
crying
do
and
that.
shit, and
Oh, yeah.
That nigga
Jada was
Will
like,
over-
"I busted open for August several times," and
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about that.
Will
That's
was
fair.
like, "I'm gonna stick beside her," you know.
Will Smith
That's
up
fair.
there crying like he was a fucking white woman all through Hollywood.
Will.
First of all,
He was crying, but he
ain't
was
nobody
crying, though.
accused that nigga of nothing.
It's the judgment in Al's face.
Hey,
He's like,
that's because
come on,
there's nothing to accuse him of. He ain't keeping it
Exactly.
a secret. It's not a secret.
"Oh, brother."
It's common knowledge.
First off,
Will Smith was
back
blowing
to
Margot
Wale.
Robbie's back out on a regular.
Do you want to start a remote podcast? Well, we have the perfect website for you, riverside.fm, where you can record remote podcasts and video interviews in studio quality from anywhere, used by over 70,000+ creators and Fortune 500 firms. Riverside allows you to upload your video and audio while recording on your web browser itself. That means you don't have to download any apps onto your computer. Riverside also allows you to edit your video and audio on the platform and cut up clips from your recording for social media. So if you're thinking of starting a podcast, it's as easy as clicking the link in the description. Thank you. Now let's get back to the show.
Back to Wale real quick, because I'm
Oh,
not
God.
gonna talk about that man. Okay, Al, quick question, because I feel like I've lost touch with anything going on in the area. But you know of any DMV artists that's like on the come up right now, like really making big moves?
Man, I mean, a lot of our artists, man, they already like they tend to blow up quick. I'm not really tapped in as much as I should be really with the underground scene. I just know, the names everybody already know.
That's what I'm thinking. I feel like it is what it is. Like I'm like, damn, I'm really in my own world.
Yeah.
Shout out to all them niggas though.
I mean, there's this it's this girl.
You talking about the
I forgot
R&B?
what oh man, she nice. Nah, it's this girl. I think her name is Jay. She do sing, but it's kind of like a rap vibe too,
okay.
though. But yeah, I don't know. It's weird. I think her name Jay.
Yeah,
But yeah, she
I knew
nice.
there was a couple of joints.
I know it's somebody else. Janae Music. She be all over doing it big, man. Who else?
It's hard. Yeah, I feel like it ain't really like a. I know R&B wise. I know there was the one girl that just got popping. Khadija know who I'm talking about, but I can't remember her name. Damn, Shorty was just on Soul Train Awards. I think it's like Alex. It's not Alex.
She from the DMV?
Yeah, she got like a short haircut.
That's like half the R&B chicks. We going through shit. You know what I mean?
Well, my bad. I'm sorry I forgot your name. Of course, Ari Lennox. You know what I'm saying? It's some things going, but yeah, I don't know.
I know my man Joseph Summers, he's like a rapper. If you want to talk rappers, Joseph Summers for sure. He got some stuff out. And he coming with some more. I'm hoping because he can spit too. He kind of remind me of a J. Cole for real. But nah. The reason why I like Wale though, a lot of people sleep. Like I even slept on.
Oh, I love
He
that
came
album,
out.
dog.
A lot of
Love
people
that
slept
joint,
on
man.
that album,
Satisfaction for
bro.
What album?
suckers.
And
The
I'm one
Gifted.
of them.
Oh man, Satisfaction for suckers. Oh, I love that opening joint. You ain't even gotta love it, but you will respect his motherfucking hustle. That nigga went hard, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, the whole
He was
album. He
talking
was
that
talking
shit.
about he talked about a lot of, and then that's when, if you know, I think a lot of people just see he started wilding out. That's when he was like, "You telling me Juicy J got a better album than mine?"
I forgot about that.
and I'm gonna be, I thought he was
But
crazy.
The
Now
Gifted,
looking back, when you go back and
it's
listen to
really
that
good.
album, he got a.
That's the one with
You can
Lotus
see
Flower
why
Bomb,
he was
right?
kind of like that because
No,
it's like
Lotus
No.
Flower was the Ambition. The
was
one
the
good.
one after
after
that.
Oh,
that,
Ambition.
that's the one that had Bad. That's the one that had Bad.
Ooh,
Yeah.
what?
Yeah.
Bad went crazy.
Yeah. But yeah, man, it was like 88. Simple Man. That joint, that's probably one of my favorite.
The
That
Gifted gives
joint
me
got me up.
flashbacks.
That joint got me up in the mornings for workouts
I'm
and
trying to
shit.
think of
Yeah,
my
that's what I
favorite
got
body of work from
flashbacks.
Wale. I liked his Seinfeld shit.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, more
Like
about
that
nothing.
shit.
I think that's his
yeah.
best album. I think that's the More About Nothing. No, the
Honestly.
album about nothing.
album
I
about
think that's
nothing,
his
yeah.
best album.
Yeah.
But
With the matrimony.
yeah, everything about that joint was like, it seemed like, I mean, from that point on, it's kind of been, I don't want to say downhill because I like Forlorn too.
I
But the
kind of see
More
what you're
About Nothing
saying.
was like cherry on
Yeah,
top, especially with
for sure.
the mixtape About Nothing series and how great it was. Like,
That
I
was
don't know.
definitely his peak. That was his peak. I'd want to say.
It don't
I'm
seem
telling
like
you.
he been putting his all into it anymore. Like, he just know how to make good music. He
Yeah,
put it together, and
And then he
You
just
know,
put it
I'm
out.
telling you, it's because I think I think he really feels some type of way that the Gifted didn't get. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think he really feels some type of way about that. But it goes to what you said, like, he emotional. Like, you shouldn't let that stop you. But when I went back, I said, man, he was, because I think what he was trying to say was certain. He feels like he can't speak about certain stuff, be himself fully because it's going to be blackballed to whereas the messages somebody like Juicy J put out, that's going to get all the promotion. You know what I'm saying? So I think that's really
yeah.
kind of where he was at with it. But because when I go back and listen to it, he had the one joint, what
Oh
TV
yeah,
killed the
yeah.
radio, and it's
Gullible,
like,
yeah.
I
man,
know.
he said some,
He
He was
yeah.
Go ahead, Jay.
I was gonna say he probably mad as hell at Kendrick now.
Nah, cause they different though.
No, but I'm talking about with his most recent album. I'm talking
But
about
that's
his
what I'm
most recent
saying.
album.
That's what I'm saying. Like, Wale is like soulful rap music.
Mm-hmm.
Like, if you mix
Ooh,
soul
that's a
music
good
and
way to describe him.
if you mix soul music
Yeah.
and rap, that's Wale.
Mhm.
Kendrick is just like
Rap, in my opinion.
I'm spilling
Yeah,
this
but I'm
from
talking
my
about
heart.
I'm talking about the messaging though.
Kendrick just be hitting you a little harder though.
Yeah, I guess that's what it is. That's
I
what it
also
got to
think
be.
you got to think.
Pause.
I think Wale's kind of in that place.
He know
He's
how to
trying to
trigger you.
break through where Kendrick already in there.
It's
Like,
And
well, I
Kendrick
think Wale, he definitely, I mean, we, the community, know of him, right? And
Yeah.
love and appreciate him. But I think, thinking mainstream wise, Kendrick already in there. He good. He could, at this point, the nigga could sell a blank CD and I'm buying it. Wale's
Kendrick
trying
know-
to get to that point.
But you know what? You know what's crazy? I didn't even know Kendrick
That's
dropped the
wild.
album. That's the crazy
Whoa.
part.
Kendrick
to
know
me.
how to.
I didn't
You
even know.
might
Am I
be.
the only
think-
one?
Yeah, it might be. Yeah,
I didn't even
I
know
think
he
so,
dropped.
friend.
Look, I know you. Look, you've been in the studio. You know what I'm saying? You've been making this music, so you got a reason.
Tunnel vision.
Yeah.
We just tuned in. Kendrick's album. Kendrick had serious shock factor.
Mm.
Like, Wale don't really be having shock factor. Like when Kendrick just goes, "Ugh, you ugly as fuck." Like Like,
Yeah.
who the fuck gonna say that?
Nah, Kendrick
Yeah,
know how to
Yes.
trigger you.
exactly.
Like he know how to come
Exactly,
for the
That was a
man.
jugular.
good
Maybe-
imitation. Ty,
Ma-
that was good.
Like when he was like, "Last time I fucked a white bitch," we was like, "What? When the last time you fucked a white bitch? Kendrick, tell me more."
Maybe that's what Wale needs.
Detail.
Then
Right.
maybe he needs that. He just needs that edge. Just a little
Ooh,
bit.
that shock. Yeah, you got to shake up the
It's
world.
that little bit of that, because he's smooth. Wale's smooth, but maybe
Very
every now and again
smooth.
he needs to hit him with a little bit of
Very
art.
poetic.
Yeah,
Yeah, man.
maybe.
Shout out.
I
What was you about to say, Al?
don't know. I don't know, man. I feel like as a society, watch, I'm about to go in my
Alright.
philosopher mode now. I feel like as a society, we don't prefer to admit a lot of what we want is often horrible for us. So I think that has a lot to do with when we talk about this industry stuff. I think that has a lot, especially with Wale and the stuff that he was really saying on that album and the song that I was singing. And I think I gotta, and that's why I gotta take my hat off to anybody who does this. I feel like some people sacrifice image to kind of do something that's a little bit bigger than, you know how they say do it for the culture. But I think sometimes people make a sacrifice and they choose to do something that's a little bit bigger. And it's also going to go under the radar a lot. So that's why I always like to celebrate that type of stuff. Like,
I think I know what you're saying.
a lot of times, especially in our community.
No, I know what you're saying.
Nah, go ahead.
Like, you gotta respect people that do it for the art and not trying to get the clout. You know, I heard you say that a little bit in Al Jalou. You know, you talking about how you just really trying to do it. You doing it for the music. You know what I'm saying? You know, whoever hears it hears it.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. You know, you gotta drop. Sometimes you gotta drop that knowledge. Like, and it's crazy. I'm saying this because I say, like, I was one of the people who slept on the gifted. You know what I'm saying? But it's like, that's why I feel like when I look back, I appreciate it so much more, because it was like, man, I see he kind of really sacrificed to, but now I see what it's kind of like a parent. It's like, man, my dad, he was willing to risk me being mad at him, but now I see why he did it. You
That's
know what
deep.
I'm saying? So it's like, it's kind of like the same thing, because it's like every child, especially in our community, every child isn't raised. You know what I mean? Like, or you know how they say train up a child in the way he should go. Every child ain't trained up in the way he should go. You know what I'm saying? So
Come
it's
on,
like,
word.
and then even sometimes we, you know, we can get caught up in the hooping and the hollering, and we don't even know what we hooping and hollering about.
That's fact.
So it's like we don't know how to love ourselves. And most importantly, we don't understand like spiritual laws, and like, you know, like we talk about the law of attraction, but what about like the law of gravity, like honesty, like love, like what about love? Like, what, you know, like what is a man? What is a woman? Like, what is a child? Like, it's like stuff like that, like, because we're expecting, you know how they, you know, a lot of rappers, and I think it comes back all tied into music, because it's like, I remember the Cameron interview when it was like Cameron and Dame, and shout out to Dame. Dame is my cousin. I found out he was my
Dame
cousin at the
Dash?
funeral. But
That's crazy.
So hey,
Small world.
Dame Dash, if you see this, get at me, man. You know what I mean? I need one of them checks like you gave Cameron, man.
Oh, yo,
I'm
Al,
good for it.
I meant to ask you. I gotta ask you. I don't want to put you in a box, but I do wonder: do you consider yourself a Christian rapper?
You took it there. Shoot, you took it there, man. I consider myself to be, and that's the thing, I really don't consider myself, like, I really don't even approach it like that. I just, like I said, I just try to let the art
It's just
be
your
what
life.
it is. Like, and I gotta, I mean, exactly, you know what I'm saying? So with life, you got all different types of music and all different types of feelings and everything of that nature. So it's like I talk about everything in music because music is really something that like I said, it's like my outlet,
Respect it. I respect it.
So I got all types of music. Like I got gospel music that's unreleased. I got all types of music, but it's like
That's who you are. That's just the art.
I just I just try to let the art do its thing. Like, but I don't want to like blasphemy. If I don't know if that's the right word. Like, I don't want to call like when I'm doing my rap thing and stuff like that. I wouldn't call that
Christian
like,
rap. Yeah, yeah, I got you. I just had to put that out there.
Like,
you know what I'm saying? I just because it kind of remind me of like a rapper like Lecrae. How like he really just be spitting and putting some scriptures in there, but you ain't gonna consider him. He don't even want to be considered like Christian rapper. Like it's just religion, just part of his artistry.
Yeah, and I think I think it's tough because it's like it's kind of like the Kendrick thing. It's like and it's like you got artists. I try to just be an artist that I just try to be an artist. Like you got Kendrick and Wale.
Yeah.
They're gonna give you a message. And it's they might not you might not be able to play it in church, but
you still feel it. Yeah,
you might learn more. You might learn more than
relatable.
You might have learned at church that day. You know what I'm saying? You never know. So it's like, so it just go back to me. It's like a lot of times for me in my background, even when you look at Christianity and when I looked at the Bible and I learned about it, it was always different from the way that I see it, the way that I've seen it, than the way that people actually live it out. You know what I'm saying? Like the way that we actually live is always kind of different. So it's like I just feel like like you said, I don't want to get caught up in the box because I feel like everything from the music to the even church. Unfortunately, everything I feel like has been kind of touched, kind of corrupted. So it's kind of like I don't like to get caught up in that, but I just like to let the spirit lead. Because like I say, I mean, to me, it's about the kids. Like, you can, it's just a lot of stuff that you might not necessarily get. You might not. These kids nowadays, they might not be getting everybody, even us, like J. Cole, he even said it, about the role models thing. You know what I'm saying? It's like, and to me, it's like, to be a role model, you don't have to be perfect. And like, I always encourage people, like, you don't have to be perfect to be a role model. You just have to be real, like, as long as we have the willingness to be honest, with ourselves first, of course, and then with the next generation, I feel like we're doing what we're supposed to do.
Appreciate that. Hey, real quick before we get into anything else, I just want to say, man, R.I.P. to Trugoy the Dove from De La Soul. That's De La Soul is like one of the most legendary hip hop groups of all time. They was one of the few rap groups to like not have a falling apart. Me and Jay back in college, every Saturday we would play Saturday by De La Soul.
Saturday.
Yeah. And
they finally released their stuff on streaming too.
March.
Hey.
In March, everything will officially be released on streaming. They
like on all like streaming platforms.
Yeah, because they had some bad contracts back in the day, but they was like
their stuff.
They was like we had to take them so we can make music. Yeah. So, shout out to them, man. Like big fan of De La. Big fan of Tribe Called Quest and that whole. They used to do a lot of work together. So, may he rest in peace. It's sad that he was 54.
That's young.
Yeah, that's very young. But may he rest in peace, man. Just wanted.
His favorite food was yogurt.
Trugoy is yogurt backwards.
Yeah, Trugoy is yogurt backwards. That's why his name is Trugoy.
His favorite food was yogurt. I would consider
his favorite food was yogurt.
Yogurt,
the nigga loves yogurt. I don't know.
I like the tricks.
I like
the tricks.
Wouldn't really call that a food.
Oh man.
Hey, depends on who you talking to. You know?
Yeah, I mean, if you want a fucking liquid diet, I guess. Like,
Oh man. Hey, shout out to Black Excellence, man. I just want to talk about this. Jay-Z just came up on 75 mil. I ain't really come up on
big bag.
It's actually an interesting story. So Jay-Z wanted to sell 50% of his stake in Duce to Bacardi for like $2 billion. It was pretty much, he wanted to sell it for like $2 billion. And that's pretty much what he evaluated the company to be at. Bacardi was like, nah, we only gonna give you 460 mil. He was like, that's disrespectful. So they was going back and forth for a couple of years. Finally, they was like, Jay-Z decided to get somebody independent to, like, you know, evaluate the company and everything. And after a long stint, they pretty much said, you know, 750 is the right price. Which the rumors, he might be trying to, you know, get into this partnership with Jeff Bezos to buy the Washington Commanders. Al, I think you a Commanders fan?
Man,
if Jay-Z,
I used to be, man.
If Jay-Z became part
I-
owner of the Commanders, would you get back on the bandwagon?
That might be what we need.
He
That might
lost
be what
faith.
we need,
He's like,
honestly.
man.
Because I did. I lost faith. I remember the day, man. I was still young. I was a kid. And my dad die hard to this day, but I had to give up. For real.
Shout out Lamar Jackson, man. Hope you get your money. Hope you get paid, man.
They doing that boy dirty.
No, for real.
They
For real. They talking about he might be in Atlanta.
Shit.
That would be tragic.
Doing them dirty.
Absolutely tragic. Let's see what else we got, man. Jonathan Majors was on the Valentine's Day cover. Was it which magazine was that for?
I think Ebony, no?
Yes.
Jonathan Majors in his bag this year.
I'm a hater.
He got mad movies coming out. He got Ant-Man coming out this Friday.
Hey, he getting that Marvel money. He getting that Creed money.
He got Creed coming out next month. He got a movie coming out this month. And then in March.
He just had a movie come out
had a movie come out in December.
Yep.
And now this nigga got another movie I just found out where he playing a bodybuilder. That's why this nigga's getting so big.
Yeah,
but
you know why?
This summer.
Because they canceled Lovecraft, assholes.
Hey.
And so the nigga, he was like, hey, I gotta eat, right?
The best thing that show could have done was get canceled, because I don't know what they could have done in the second season, man. They did the whole book. I didn't want them to ruin that.
I mean, to be honest with you, sometimes all the show needs in one season, no matter how good it is.
Like, it's a limited series.
You know,
he was on the come up because of that show. That show put him on the map for sure.
It did. Absolutely.
Yeah, because he was in he had some boring ass movie that came out called The Last Black Man in San Francisco.
I don't think
I've never heard of it.
Yeah, it was boring as hell. It was like an indie movie, and that's what put him on to get him for Lovecraft.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah, and then he was in Five Bloods.
He wasn't really. So Lovecraft was really he didn't do nothing prior to the indie movie.
No, he was doing stuff, but just nothing big.
Nothing big.
Like that was the one that got him.
So
like
Lovecraft
the critics
was his big, like coming into the scene type shit. Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, it was that, and right before that, he did the Five Bloods with Spike Lee.
Okay.
And then Lovecraft came out right after that.
Yesterday in our pre-episode meeting, KC brought up the fact.
So
Khadijah brought up the fact.
He's like, I'm not gonna point no fingers.
Oh yeah.
Casey said, I ain't rocking with Jonathan Majors. He's like, why? Because he be dating the white women.
I didn't say it like that. I did not say it.
You sure did say it like that.
How'd you say it? How'd you say it, Casey?
Casey was like, oh, he can be messing with the white girls. I can't support him. That's what you said. That's how you said it.
They don't ever hear anything else I say. But when it's some shit to throw it back at me, they're like, yeah, we about to hit this bitch up style. We got to lock her up. I did say it. You know, this is my thing. My frustration is that in my opinion, I want to state this is my opinion. I feel like when black men get successful, or even like, well, maybe before, but I just feel like successful black men are not really seen with black women. And I think for me, that's a little frustrating. Now, I'm not saying you can't have a preference, but I'm looking for more LeBrons. LeBron and Savannah been, you hear me? With it. Strong.
Okay.
Savannah ain't try to have no lip line, no makeup
Yeah.
line. She is living life.
She
I'm
just
looking
in-
for more of that. You
Here's
know?
my thing.
No, that's the thing I respect the most about LeBron. Like, is he a real family man? That's the thing
Here's
I
my
respect the
thing. I
most
feel
about him.
like I feel like it's hard to uh the nigga's just dating. That's really all I'm saying. It's not
It's
like
not like he married him.
I don't see nothing wrong with a nigga like oh I'm just dating this girl. That's
Okay.
it. You
All
know
right.
what I'm saying?
So you think it's
Can I be
marriage
honest?
now? We're like,
Yeah, that's
ooh,
a different
the
story.
gall.
Hey, you can't marry him. You know
The
why you can't
gumption.
marry him? You know why you can't marry him? Because they're like milk. They don't last forever. You get.
No, you talking about the white woman like
Yeah,
that,
I'm
not
talking about the
marriage.
white woman.
Okay,
I'm talking about the white
Oh.
woman. So you can't marry a white woman because they like milk. They don't.
Oh,
After a while, it go
shit.
bad.
Oh fuck.
You can't. Milk don't last forever.
First of all, all respect to any of the black men married to white women.
Nah,
You know
that's
what I'm
just a
saying?
joke. I wrote that shit. I wrote that shit down the other day.
He's stupid as fuck.
Al, what was
He's
you
like,
about
oh,
to
this
say,
is
bro?
gonna fuck him up. I mean,
Yeah.
oh.
So a lady told me, I was like, so I was it was a teacher I was working with, and this was like I was helping her. I was helping this lady. I was helping her carry some stuff to her car, and she was like, "Oh, thank you." I was like, "Yeah, man, I gotta look out for my black women." This was uptown, so
Yeah,
everybody's not
yeah.
black up there. So I was like, "Yeah, I gotta look out for my black women, man." And she was an older lady, but she told me straight up. She was like, "Yeah, you gonna wish you get." She was like, you gonna start messing with white women when you get tired of all this attitude."
I'm tired of it.
Okay,
Like,
but hey, that's another thing. And I was messing with KC on this yesterday. But like, black women be like, I'm tired of niggas. I'm gonna mess with these white boys. Nah, can we not? Can't we just go
Hey.
over to the other side?
Hey,
Can we get tired?
When we say that, it's an issue. It's an issue.
Okay,
We say
but
that.
I'm hot and ready for you assholes. Listen, I'm fucking tired of these niggas. When we as black women say, you know what, I'm tired. This is after I done dealt with Buki and them kids, right? I done deal with Lil Leroy and his 5 baby mamas. I done dealt with LaRod and his charges. I done, you know what I mean? I done had
She making up names.
I'm making up names. You know what I mean? But I'm
Who-
saying, like, we've dealt with, I feel like when a black woman get to the point of
somebody gonna
being
steal that.
fed up, it's because they've had a history of like,
LaRod.
I'm trying. I'm literally trying. But I will say, and I'm very firm on this, this is not every black man's story. There are some black kings out there. What I will say after that is that the kings, it's like fucking Finding Waldo. You know what I mean?
The
It's
kings
not,
don't
though.
try. I don't think the
not.
kings
They
try.
don't try. They don't.
The kings just be like, I know what the fuck I am.
Yeah,
And
but
I'ma
it's
live
not
my
easy
life.
to find them because they so like in the cut with it. You know what I mean? The motherfuckers who are loud and like, are the niggas, got 5 baby mamas and backed up child support, no
Yeah.
car,
Sounds like
no
sounds
job,
like the
no
children
degree.
is the one you gotta.
Black kings walking around like Thanos. It's like, so you came back after all this time.
Another one.
You had to come back in
It's
time.
inevitable. I'm inevitable.
I'm inevitable.
No, but I feel like black men, y'all just be like, oh, this
But
bitch,
what-
her fuck. But I also feel like sometimes it's connected to our parents.
But
We either have daddy issues or mommy issues.
Fair. That's fair.
what if? Can I say that a lot of black women are going after the
What
same
is
You can get on the
black
mic.
men?
What
though?
is
Yeah.
this black? What is the
Is
black
that
male
fair?
type that they're going after?
Is that fair? See,
Nah, go ahead,
I
Al.
don't know,
Get on the mic.
but I will.
If I'm gonna be in the hot seat, so is you. Come on.
I don't know. It just seemed like it's the same. Like not to copycat off piggyback off Kevin Samuels, but it does seem like it's always the. It's like it's one black man with all the women, and then the one next to him with none. You know what I'm saying? If that makes any sense. So it's like it's almost like it's I don't know exactly what's on y'all checklist.
No earrings, no baby
like
mama, no nose piercing, a job. You got to be able to explain 401k to me, a pension,
I'll tell you
car,
what it is. There's a nigga that's
a degree.
and there's a whole bunch of 5'10" niggas, 5'9"
Here
niggas
this
over
asshole
here.
go. He
Everybody
on
gonna go with
he
the
on
6'4"
nigga. Yeah, don't worry. I'm gonna light his
You
ass
can't
up
go for
like the 4th of July.
You
Not
can't go
July,
for the flashy.
Nah, that's fair. That's fair. I see what you say. I mean, I see what you're saying. It is what it is, man. I'm just messing with y'all, man. Shout out to
feel
black
like
women.
a lot
You
of
do
those
what you
things,
want.
though.
It's gotta be
Right.
some type of spectrum, man. It can't just be everybody here, everybody want one thing. Like it's gotta be some type of spectrum, man. That's what I think. We gotta I think people gotta be themselves more. Like when we start being nobody really is themselves. So
Because it's
it's
a
hard to make
facade they
genuine
putting on.
connections. But I think if people can start I feel like if people can start to make genuine connections, I feel like people just don't try to make genuine connections.
It's tough. It's tough. Well, I wouldn't know.
Yeah,
I've been out the game for so damn long.
So long.
I'm out to this joint, but I pray for those who are in it, man. Y'all stay blessed out there. I said all this to say, I want to get back to how we got to this combo. I feel like we got to give the black male celebrities a little bit more room and don't judge them so quickly. Because if you stomp on them early, then they really will stick with that white woman who ain't judging you.
Look at Donald Glover. Look at Donald Glover.
Be like, oh, you
did
dating?
that interview?
That's cool.
Remember when he did that interview when he was talking about how black women don't like him?
Well,
we can't be coming at these niggas so hard.
Exactly. So
You
like sometimes that like he fucking with white girls could have like adverse effects to that person and make it be like, you know what, I don't want to mess with the black woman because every time I do something out the different, they gonna come at me.
But by that point, they already entrenched. You know what I'm saying? Once you make that decision, you done already
You're right.
You know what
that
I'm
entrenched. Entrenched is a hell of a word. It's the name of this episode. That's gonna be the one-liner. They entrenched.
You gotta be entrenched.
I hate y'all.
Hey man.
Hey, black women, if you out there, I'm entrenched with y'all, man. Through the ups and downs, through the good, bad, and the ugly.
Entrenched.
You know what I'm saying? We might got to communicate, about some stuff. But
communication is key. Name it.
Hey man, hey Al.
Yeah,
it's been a hell of a time. It's been a hell of a time. Hey, we want to give a big shout out to Angie on the Patreon. Shout out to you. Appreciate you subscribing to the podcast. For those who haven't subscribed to our Patreon, $5 a month. You can get early access to Khadijah's Dare to Talk podcast, early access to my Technically Athletic, No Clearance movie review coming soon. And you can get in on these topics for the week on the No Clearance podcast. Is there anything else, man? No clearance. Yeah, appreciate the love. Y'all, Al, thank you once again. We appreciate you. Where can they follow you? Where can they keep up with you?
Man. Oh, yeah. So I'm on Instagram, Al the Artist. Actually, you could probably just type in Dreno. That's my artist name, Dreno. You can find me on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, Apple Music, Tidal, all platforms, Spotify. But yeah, man, I just shout out to No Clearance, man. I appreciate y'all having me, man. It's been a blast, man. And I just want to encourage everybody who, whether you got a podcast or you an artist, whatever you doing, man, just keep being you, man. Keep letting your light shine. Be yourself, man. Because everybody, we in this internet age, everybody's looking for the next trend, and then you got Hollywood stars that are performing what some of us are living in real life. So I always and corrupting it at that. So I just always like to, feed that inspiration and that motivation into, everybody like you guys, like me, like just keep shedding your light, man. Because
That's
it's
right.
more
You gotta
important
have
than we
black
realize.
joy when you look up in the mirror.
Come on,
Hey man,
tell her, man. Hey,
black joy.
there's been nothing but black joy on this No Clarence
Never
podcast.
black joy,
This
man.
is nothing but
Hey
black
yo,
joy right
this
here,
is the
man.
No Clarence podcast, man. Stay black.
Stay blessed.
Peace.